So I do feel like there's this current energy of love that feels like a little bit of confusion, okay? We are in this short-term energy. I feel like currently this is a collective that is confused about what to do, about what actions to take. I feel for some of you, there's something here in which you feel like you're connected to someone that's maybe not reciprocating your efforts or not able to give you what you deserve. And maybe they're being honest about this. Maybe they're fully like transparent about this. I don't get the energy of this person necessarily seeking to take advantage, but I do get the energy of somebody who maybe just simply because of the place they are in their life or the station they are in their life are not able to reciprocate your efforts. So there's a little bit of confusion around like, do I continue to give to this? Do I continue to invest in this relationship? Or do I need to pull back my energy? A lot of you are very confused. Who is my collective dealing with at this time? Soulmate energy. Soulmate energy could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. The song right now, The Things We Do for Love. Some of you are like, in any other situation, if I didn't feel as strongly about this person, I would not be caught dead doing the things that I've been doing. I feel for a lot of you, this person feels like they are like an Achilles heel. Your kryptonite, if you will. There's this energy of feeling like it's very difficult for you to just draw a hard line with this person. Because there's a part of you that will always love this person no matter what they do. Even if they did something terrible, which they haven't, but I feel like even if they did, it would be really hard for you to cut this person off. Because there's a part of you that loves them so deeply and dearly that they've become a part of yourself. And there's also a part of you that feels like, if I love them so deeply, they can't be bad. That's what this feels like. If I love them so deeply, they can't be bad. They must be good. Because the love is so deep. What else do we need to know about this person? Okay. For a lot of you, you're either dealing with a water sign or an air sign. Okay. This is definitely somebody that I feel like has been deeply reflecting on your connection. What are they reflecting about? Whether or not they can take action here. This is somebody who wants to find the courage to take action towards a new beginning. I see that this is somebody, though, who feels like it's not the right time. And again, I'm getting this energy of feeling like they can't give you what you're giving to them. And there's definitely some frustration here on their part. Strong frustration on their part. What is the frustration being driven by? Some people come up in my comment section, they're like, why you always talk about twin flame? Because a lot of the time when we are channeling a collective message, where the energy is this intense and has this much polarity and magnetism, we are talking about a twin flame connection. This does feel like a twin flame connection. It feels like the energy of like someone pushing you to the limits and feeling like you're being in a state where you're feeling forced to pull back, but then also feeling like that pushes you deeper into your healing. And as you go deeper into your healing, it feels like it helps you grow and evolve. So there is a lot of puts and takes. There's a lot of like strides forward and then feeling pulled back. And it feels like right now you're being forced to reflect. I feel like this is a no contact situation for most of you. This is no contact. For most of you, you're dealing with somebody who's not telling you what they're reflecting on. They're not sharing openly what's going on. Or it's like minimal communication. Minimal communication. What does this person have to say, though, about this situation? I'm going to do that reading after Miss Kimberly. So I definitely feel like this is somebody who is in their ego, okay? And that's causing them to be guarded. And that guardedness is preventing them from being fully open to receive this. But there's also a part of them that's like, but I want this new beginning. So I feel like they're kind of torturing themselves. So if y'all are feeling like you're fine for a few days and you don't think about this person at all, they don't even cross your mind, you feel totally unaffected by them, your emotions are just in a state of balance, you're going with the flow, you're feeling good, you're getting your workouts in, you're eating properly, you're taking care of yourself, you're feeling like your life is in a good place, and then bam, all of a sudden out of nowhere, you feel like you got hit by a ton of bricks. You feel like you just got taken out by the overwhelm of the feeling of this energy. It's because this is somebody who's trying so hard to resist this, trying so hard to repress this, trying so hard to push away the fact that they want to have a new beginning, they want to be courageous enough to do so, but they're not allowing themselves to do so. So that resistance is causing the intensity. See, it's, you know how it feels when you pull a spring back? You pull a spring all the way back and you hold it there. What happens when you let go for a moment? Like all of a sudden, all of that propulsion, right? All of that inertia, all of that intense energy, right? It's like it comes all at you at once. And I feel like a lot of you are experiencing like, whoa, this overwhelm. Feeling this energy is just hitting you really heavily. And the energy hitting you heavily creates a lot of confusion because you're like, I thought I was over this person. I thought I had moved on from this person. Or at least I thought that I was able to disconnect to the extent where I could just stay grounded. This is a very challenging connection for a lot of you. Tell me about what my collective is feeling about the state of the connection at this time. Some of you feel like you have made a decision in this moment, specifically just to not engage in anything you feel like has a connection to a toxic pattern. That's the decision you've made. You're like, I'm not going to engage in anything that feels toxic. For some of you, you feel like this is somebody who's trying to bait you or go back into a state of push-pull, hot and cold, trying to pull you in by shutting you out. Trying to pull you in by closing the door and not talking to you and wanting you to come forward, wanting you to like run into their arms. And you're like, I'm not playing that game. You love this person, but you ain't playing this game. You know that this isn't necessarily good for you right now. You will always love this person because you feel like they can't be terrible because you love them. But you also don't want to play these games. You really don't want to play these games. And it feels like that is actually what is helping you have those moments of groundedness. Those moments of groundedness. Tell me a little bit more. What do we need to know? What my collective's hopes are for this connection, if anything, at this time. Damn. I just got chills up and down my body. I just felt my heart chakra, throat chakra. There's things you need to say to this person. There's things you feel like you need to say to this person that you can only say in person. Some of you are holding back, but you know that spirit is going to reconnect you. You feel like the universe is giving you signs and synchronicities that the universe will reconnect you in order to say what's been on your mind or what's been in your heart. You feel like until then, basically you're just going to live life as on life's terms. Like you're not going to focus too much on this. You're going to focus on your healing. But there's a part of you that's like, I know that I have to say certain things in person. And I've never felt anything like this, any chemistry that's as strong as this is. So I know that this is pulling me back in for a reason and a purpose. You know this reunion is coming, but it has to be in person. It has to be in person. For some of you, you just don't want to have communication through text anymore or phone calls. You feel like there's some type of miscommunication that might have been happening in the past before you went into no contact. Maybe some of you in no contact stopped communicating again, and just because at some point it felt like you just weren't speaking the same language. Like there was some type of communication breakdown, or like when you were talking to each other in the past, someone got hurt or got their feelings hurt because there was no tone that was expressed. So for a lot of you, it's like you're almost waiting to have the conversation in person because you don't want to do this text-based communication anymore. You feel like if anything, it's actually doing more harm than good for a lot of you. So you're choosing at this time to focus on anything else but this, even though it's difficult some days. I feel like a lot of the time it feels easy, and then for a few moments it's horrendously difficult. That's what it feels like. It's like 95% of the time it's no sweat. No skin off your behind. If you feel good, everything feels like it's flowing. The universe is supporting you. You're blessed and highly favored. Everything's going well. But then those few times, that 5%, it's like pop right in the kisser. Okay? So let's see what's going to happen moving forward. What is this person's next actions towards my collective? Dang. Right now, this is somebody who is keeping themselves in a position of like shutting themselves out of your life. But there's a part of them that's like, but I know we'll end up together, right? But I know we're going to end up moving forward together. I know this relationship is meant to be. It's like they're allowing themselves to feel a sense of hopelessness and despair. And they're like absorbing this, like they're accepting this despair. But then there's this other part of them that's actually willing them forward, saying, you don't have to accept this. It doesn't have to be like this. You don't have to be such a sad Sally, sad Samuel, not gender specific. You don't have to sit here, in your feels, in the state of hopelessness and despair. Like you're making it more difficult on yourself. You're making it more difficult on yourself. And I know that a lot of people say, if they wanted to, they would. That's not how it works. Sorry, that's not how it works. All of these bumper sticker slogans that have been popularized by different spiritual healers, or pop culture commentators, or relationship coaches, whatever that means. All of these pop culture slogans don't necessarily speak to the nuance that actually goes on in relationships, okay? And what goes on in someone's psyche, and what speaks to like who they actually are and who you actually are, and what happened before you met them. Like, I feel like it keeps us safe to be in that egoistic place for a moment, but it's like a temporary source of safety. You know when you say something like that, it makes you feel like you're hyped up. You're like, if they wanted to, they would. It's like you get that confidence in that moment, but then you realize you're just doing that to put a mask on a feeling that's uncomfortable that you're not accepting, right? It's like you want to toughen yourself up, be like, fake it till you make it. Why fake it at all? Why fake it at all? Why not let yourself feel the feelings? Why not let yourself experience what you're actually going through? Why not acknowledge that two things can be true? Why not acknowledge that there can be pain but also love at the same time? Why must we have this definition of love that's simply based on what someone can give us or offer us in a moment? Why can we not see someone's humanity and divinity at the same time? Damn, we just roasted you immediately. These are all lessons I've learned. This is not a judgment. I see you. I love you. I see you. What is this person's desire for the future with my collective? So they're thinking a lot about it. This is somebody who I feel like is going back and forth in terms of clarity and then a lack of clarity, illusions and then truth. And I feel like this oscillating back and forth in between two poles is exactly what you're experiencing. So most of you are judging yourself when you're mirroring exactly what this person is going through. That's what this person is going through. They're going back and forth in between, like they feel really certain for a minute and then they're like, no, I created that. No, I'm not really sure. I thought I was sure, but I'm not sure. I feel like that's what you're experiencing. You're like, yes, I'm moving on, Miss Moving on, Mr. Moving on. Like you're feeling good. And then a moment later, you're not so sure anymore. That's okay. Hold space and accept where you are. Like accept the truth of where you are and don't try to mask that. And again, live in that state of inauthenticity. For most of you, that is the destined shift here, is accepting yourself where you are. This is somebody who I feel like is having a difficult time. So let's go deeper into the energy here. What is in this person's subconscious as it relates to my collective? I heard feeling lost, feeling exposed. Some of you, this is somebody who's feeling exposed. For others, this is somebody who's actively watching you from fake accounts, expecting your every move. And what they're seeing, that the two of you need to take steps to come into union, that they want to take steps to come into union. What they're acknowledging is that there's a lot of growth that's happening on your side. And I feel like you're experiencing that as well. You're feeling a lot of growth and you're seeing that this person could be growing. For some of you, you might actually be thinking that, yes, this is somebody who's in egoistic patterns, but you're also recognizing that they're taking positive strides as well. The less you judge this person, the more you'll see them. I'll say that again. The less you judge this person, the more you will see them. See them in their truth. See them as they are. See them from a place of love. For many of you, this is somebody who's seeing the growth that's being occurred on your side. This is somebody who's seeing that you have this new spark and zest for life. This is somebody who's seeing that you have so much to offer and that they want to mirror that. They want to mirror that. Damn. Okay. What is the future of this relationship based on the current energy? There is so much growth here. For most of you, you're dealing with an unhealed masculine. Could be unhealed feminine energy. There's definitely an unhealed energy here that you're connecting to. Okay? And I feel like this unhealed energy is going through the process of a rebirth. For some of you, the springtime is significant, especially if you have a spring birthday. I'm also seeing the month of April as being significant. Okay? I feel that that reunion is in your midst. Before the end of the mid to late spring, I feel many of you will have a reunion with this person. And I feel like this reunion feels healing. Feels healing. Tell me more about this. What do we need to know about this reunion? It feels like in the reunion, if you have some type of clarity or truth that allows you to make a true decision. For some of you, there's been information that has been held back or you haven't seen something clearly because of the fact that this is somebody who has been shrouding themselves in secrecy. But your intuition has known and discerned how they were feeling. It's like your intuition knows the truth. Your intuition feels the truth about this person, but your mind is convincing you that this person wants nothing to do with you, is moving in another direction, has no place in their life for you, doesn't want anything to do with a real relationship with you. You've convinced yourself in your mind because that's the ego. The ego is like, I want certainty. I want to know for sure. I want to be able to arm myself. That's like the coat of armor that you're putting on to prevent yourself from having to feel the discomfort of losing somebody that you feel like is supposed to be your forever, truthfully. Now, ipso facto disclaimer. If you are in a connection with someone that is harming you, that is behaving in a way in which they're sabotaging the relationship to the extent where you're getting really hurt and they're just being destructive, this is not your collective. This is not somebody who's intentionally being malicious towards you. And I don't feel like you're intentionally being malicious towards them. I feel that you're trying to honor yourself at this time, and that's the right decision. And your distancing is a natural effect of the process of honoring yourself. The more you honor yourself, the more you pull back, the more this person recognizes that now they have the space to come forward. Okay? Final advice here for this collective. What do they need to know? Damn. Y'all are switching up all over the place here in terms of following the ego versus the intuition. Sometimes you are in your intuition, allowing your heart to lead you. And then in that moment where you feel a bit of concern about getting hurt, or being able to be comfortable in the space of uncertainty or unpredictability, you pull back. You start to focus on what is tangible. You start to focus on things that are assured to you, certain to you. You're starting to put yourself in a position in which you are controlling your behavior or your feelings or your words. And that is when spirit can't get to you. Spirit cannot get to you when you're in this place of being closed off. It's important to be open. I'm not saying be open to a happily ever after or fairy tale ending, because fairy tale endings truthfully happen in fairy tales. This is life. This is an expansion of your soul path. And there are highs and lows. And that's the beauty of the journey. But it also feels like this is going to be a relationship that does reach a point of a pinnacle in which you'll be able to finally clear the air, finally express everything that you've been holding back. And I feel for many of you, it's about allowing yourself to be intuitively available to a heart-based knowing to lead towards this reunion. Allow your heart to be open while you do focus on the tangible things in your life, while you do allow yourself to naturally detach in order to protect yourself. This is what is going to keep you in a state of your happiness. Okay? Final advice moving forward. So you know the truth, but don't stay isolated in your thoughts. Some of you have gotten used to being isolated as it relates to this connection to the extent where you feel like no one will ever understand what you're going through. Seek counsel in your friends, soul family, and friends. Stay connected to people, like-minded people, like-spirited people. But when it comes to your truth at the end of the day, like I said, don't be isolated, but ensure that that truth is something that you are firmly rooted in, right? You are truly aware of how you feel. You are aware of this relationship and this connection. Don't allow your mind to tell you otherwise, right? Don't allow your mind, especially a mind that feels like it's hypervigilant and attempting to keep you from getting hurt. Don't allow that mind to lead you down a destructive path. Allow your heart to lead you. Be open to what is to come, okay? And trust that the universe has your back and is supporting you in your best and highest good, okay? So I hope that message was helpful for my collective, sending so much love, positive energy, and abundance. If you enjoyed that collective message, 1111 down below to let me know that that was yours. We're going to do a few singles messages as well. Yeah, and that is your heart's truth. That is your heart's truth. But make sure it comes from your heart. The way that you know, do you feel it here? Or is it here? Do you feel a sense of ease when you have this knowing? Do you feel a sense of comfort when you have this knowing? Or do you feel tension in your body? Does your body feel relaxed? Is your posture open? Is your heart chakra open? That's a sign that that is a heart-based knowing, not a mind-based knowing. Right? Exactly. Okay, let me know, would you guys rather have more yes or no's, or would you rather have a single message? We will do a few yes or no's regardless. Let me know. Let's see. You're welcome, Miss Brenda. I appreciate you. Okay, single collective. Let's do a singles collective. Let's do a few messages for the singles. They always get ripped off. I was going to say gypped. I feel like that's a slang, like slur now. I'm pretty sure. Newman, do we have to be here? Is this necessary? Oh my God. Okay, let's get some messages here. I am doing personal readings, but I'm not taking any more. I did get overbooked as well, so there are a couple that will have to be read for tomorrow. I'm also going to take down the list for subscriber readings for free after the yes or no questions, okay? So if you guys are part of the Soul House tier on Patreon, you will get a free reading today. If you're not already a follower on Patreon, or you don't already have a subscription on Patreon, go check it out in my bio. Go click on Patreon, click on Soul House, subscribe for that tier, and you'll get a free reading today worth $26, and we do this every week. It's definitely worth it. It's like $200 value because we do this every week, plus free yes or no questions, and a bunch of other benefits and perks in the Discord server, okay? Okay, let's do some singles messages here. Newman, I think we've had enough of this. This is a little bit. Let's do this. I know you're going to be back, but I'm just going to put you down for it. Okay. I'll check the list shortly. Spirits, angels, and guides, ascended masters, loved ones, teachers, positive ancestors. Give me the overall energy. What do we need to know as it relates to my singles at this time? What are they calling in terms of love? Oh, dang. So I feel many of you are calling in new love. Could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You could have two energies coming towards you. So I feel with this collective, you might be actually having a difficult time, feeling a bit conflicted as it relates to singlehood or like the energies you're attracting. You might feel like in the past you've had people come in really quickly, but like nothing ever got off the ground. Like nothing really seemed to materialize. And there's definitely this energy of wishing that you could actually just have a genuine connection, or wishing someone would come in and just be transparent and then be consistent with you, like there on out. There's definitely an energy of feeling like the people that you have attracted up until this time have kind of been either tire kickers or wasting your time, or like situationships, Miss Sally, and you're just like, meh, I'm not feeling this. Like, I want something real. I want something substantive. I want something that feels rooted and grounded in my beliefs, like what I believe, what I want in a relationship. That's what I'm feeling here for this collective. I feel like you're trying to believe that it's possible that there's a better person out there. What is my singles collective wanting from love specifically at this time? Damn. Y'all are much more confident than you've been in the past in love. You definitely are showing up in love with this more confident, authentic vibration, which is allowing you to attract in relationships that are going to reflect that. For many of you, you want a relationship that authentically reciprocates your efforts, and you want a relationship that shows appreciation for you, and you want a relationship that, again, reflects the work that you've done in yourself. So for many of you, you are attracting that. What do we need to know about this relationship? Is this coming in the month of February? For some of you, there is somebody actually coming into February. I know that seems quick, but for some of you, you'll have a date by the end of this month or early next month. Hot damn. I don't mind that. We don't mind that. Could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio specifically. Soulmate energy. Someone who you feel intuitively coming in. Someone that you feel very good vibes about, or someone that you feel a high level of confidence around being a long-term partner from the moment you meet them. Very deep emotional connections. No more of these tie kickers, time wasters, jive turkeys, gas station hot dogs trying to fool you with a good taste, and they just leave you with a few extra pounds on the waist and a whole lot of regrets. Good energy here. Good energy here. We like to see it. We like to see it finally. That's the song, CeCe Pennington. Finally, it happened to me. Finally. Damn. What else do we need to find? Well said. She's like, well said? Or was it? It's true. Always a regret, Tracy. Always a regret. Okay, what do we need to know about this soulmate energy here? Woo! 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 You're going to be so attracted to this person. You're going to think this person's sexy. You're going to be very attracted to this person. This is somebody who you might even feel like you need to hold yourself back from. Because there's part of you that's like, is this what I think it is? Is this what I feel like? Not good tasting, Chrissy. Not good tasting. No. Snap out of it. That's my Cher impression. Snap out of it. No. Not good tasting. Not worth it. This is somebody that I feel like you're going to be very attracted to, and someone you'll have to almost like temper yourself around. Hold yourself back from. Okay? The song is, I Can't Help This Feeling. You can't help it. This is something that is going to help you grow and evolve in a positive way, but not going to be like one of those painful karmic lessons that you're just sick of learning. God damn it. Okay. Anything else we need to know? I'm definitely feeling that this is somebody who could be younger than you or embodies a younger energy. Okay. I do feel like this is somebody who is very ambitious, driven. I'm getting somebody who likes to travel as well. Okay. Final advice for this singles collective. Sally. Sally's like, woohoo! I'm feeling water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I also have Leo there as well. Final advice here for this collective. Damn. Look at you, sweet angel. The happiness here, sunflower, again, a sign of happiness, rebirth, new growth, expansion, feeling like you can finally authentically receive what you've been desiring. This is the energy of, if I'm in my authenticity, what mirrors that will come. If I can stay rooted in my authenticity, what mirrors that authenticity will naturally be attracted to me. I radiate what I desire. I radiate what I desire. You have everything you desire within. You radiate that, which attracts that from outside of you. For many of you, this is something that's happening because you're actually really happy for the first time in your life. You legitimately are not just faking it till you make it, as we said in the other collective. You're actually happy. So this is huge. And look at this again, sunflower. Sunflower and the sunflower and you're loving me too much. Radiating it. Radiating a high level of confidence. Because this is a destined partnership. For most of you with the water sign, I would be surprised if it's not a water sign, could also be a Leo. Okay? So I hope that message was helpful for my singles collective. Sending so much love, positive energy, and abundance. If you enjoyed that message, 777 down below to let me know that was